do. I think he's one of the best heavyweights of all time. And his movement is so different. One of the things that was interesting, well, they were talking about the fight, and AJ Tony Bellows was talking about when he fought him.
That's living over everything is who's stopping this guy? Who is going to stop Oleksandr Usyk?
And Usyk at cruiserweight or Prime Holyfield at cruiserweight.
Usyk is just different. The fighters are different now. It used to be like skill, now it's more about conditioning.
I think so.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan hails Oleksandr Usyk as the greatest heavyweight of all time, applauding his exceptional footwork and flawless technique. Rogan highlights how Usyk repeatedly frustrates and drains top-tier opponents with his movement and ring IQ. He stresses that Usyk isn't just beating average fighters. He's outclassing the very best heavyweights of this generation, and doing so consistently. What sets Usyk apart, according to Rogan, is his brilliance in making elite fighters look average. That rare ability, Rogan argues, cements Usyk's place among boxing's all-time legends.
That's the blah fight.
Yeah. Was it crazy? I saw something the other day. It was like Usyk swimming 5 hours. I was like, oh my god.
He's an animal, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so fucking good. He's so good. I mean, you think about what that guy has done. He beat AJ twice. He beat Tyson Fury twice, and now he beat Dubois twice. That's crazy.
No, it's incredible.
Those are two of the best, like, of this era. I think he's one of the best of all time. I really do. I think he's one of the best heavyweights of all time. And his movement is so different. One of the things that was interesting, well, they were talking about the fight, and Tony Bellows was talking about when he fought him, and AJ was saying that when he fought him, it was the most exhausted he's ever been, because he's always moving. There's no rest with him. There's like constant, there's constant twitching.
Under fire the whole time.
You're constantly thinking, when is this coming? There's no silent agreements. There's no relaxation. There's no rounds off. Everything is, he's putting it on you and moving constantly. Like, I always say he's like a giant Lomachenko. And they were both trained by the same guy.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, Lomachenko's father trained Usyk as well.
Ah.
Yeah.
So there's something,
Obviously, gravity keeps him from moving the way Lomachenko does, because Lomachenko's so small.
Yeah.
He can like dance around you.
For sure.
In footwork, just majestic footwork. But Usyk's footwork is like, there's a bunch of breakdowns of the final combination that he hit Daniel with. And, he steps off the side and lands that fucking left hook from hell. God, it was good. You could see Daniel was already tired. You could see it. It's he's just dealing
There's
with
got to
that
be
movement.
something like, Lomachenko's dad, like some type of philosophy or something. You know what I mean? That these guys just kind of tap into, because like to be a big guy, there's footwork and all that stuff. But I think, man, shout out to the coach.
Yeah, it's skill, man. It's a skillful type of boxing.
Boxing analysts now widely agree that Oleksandr Usyk has solidified his place among the greatest heavyweight legends in history. For years, names like Lennox Lewis, Larry Holmes, and Evander Holyfield defined the standard for heavyweight greatness. But Usyk's rise has reshaped that conversation. His move from cruiserweight to heavyweight wasn't just smooth, it was groundbreaking. In a division filled with physically imposing fighters, Usyk didn't just compete, he dominated. His superior footwork, high ring IQ, and consistent victories over elite opponents have proven he's a complete fighter. Usyk isn't simply winning fights. He's redefining what it means to be a heavyweight champion.
Let's quickly have that conversation then about the best heavyweights of all time. Where? Because I know in your head you've done it already. I mean, you've done about 20,000 videos since the fight. One of those videos must be sad, where he's ranked as an all-time top 10 heavyweight.
Oh, I think he has to be in the top 5, if not top 3. Oh, he has to be. He has to be. And
go on then, name him.
So, Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis, and I would actually probably say Oleksandr Usyk, just ahead of Larry Holmes.
Okay.
Just ahead of Larry Holmes. I know, look, those two, Lewis and Ali, their resume speaks for itself. The world title fights, they speak for themselves.
I've sat with him and he has an aura.
You can tell that, even looking at my videos.
He walks in, dude, and you're like, okay, his eyes, they're this very like piercing, and you think, you feel like you are in the presence of something very, very special.
Oleksandr Usyk has taken on and defeated nearly every top contender in the heavyweight division, many of them more than once. While the current heavyweight landscape may lack the depth of past eras, Usyk's dominance has never wavered. Repeated rematches haven't exposed any weaknesses. Instead, they've highlighted his consistency, focus, and elite skill set. Today, fans struggle to name a worthy opponent for him, a testament to how thoroughly he's cleaned out the division. Joseph Parker may be one of the few remaining names, but the matchup lacks the intrigue it once had. Usyk's legacy is already secure. Undisputed in multiple divisions, achieved with grace, intelligence, and absolute dominance.
Quick feet, he's got some power, and he's got Andy Lee. Those things make that fight pretty intriguing.
I agree, and if he faces him, I think he again will be the heavy favorite. And let's assume he beats him. Do you retire? Do you take another lap around the same block?
Like you said, it's a young 38, and again, I know this is a money game, but the other young heavyweight that I like that's been on a very good run, and we've been impressed with them, Agit Kabayel. And now that's another relatively small heavyweight that's quick-fisted, and he knows how to operate inside. Again, he's already beaten Fury twice. He's fought Joshua twice. When we talk about trilogies, generally it's about 1-1,
Right.
not 2-0.
Exactly.
Although we just had one with Serrano and Taylor, but again, they have limited opposition. But there you have it. Oleksandr Usyk once again becomes undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And rounding out Boxing Palooza 2025 from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas.
There's increasing speculation that Joseph Parker could be next to face Oleksandr Usyk, but many see it as more a formality than a true test. Boxing analyst Ade Oladipo even mentioned he'd enjoy a rematch between Usyk and Derek Chisora. Not because Chisora is expected to win, but for the sheer entertainment and toughness he brings. Chisora knows how to hype a fight and create a spectacle, something that adds value to the sport. Still, the reality remains. Usyk is operating on a different level. Both Parker and Chisora, while respected, fall short in comparison. Any future matchup would only reinforce why Usyk is seen as the division's undisputed.
And well, here it is. Here's your world title shot. You're going to fight for a world title, right? But if you're Joseph Parker, and I spoke to Andy Lee, it isn't just a case of fighting for a world title. You want to fight the number one for the world title, and that guy is Oleksandr Usyk. So, yeah, there must be loads of conversations going on right now. Loads of conversations. I did say this the other day, and I don't know, sometimes I'm like, you know, when I was in the ring and I was interviewing Alexander Usyk, I was desperate because of my love for Joseph Parker. I was desperate for Joseph Parker to get. I know he got in the ring after, but I'm talking about on the zone. So whilst everyone is still in the stadium and everyone's still tuned in, I was desperate for him to kind of just jump in the ring. I was desperate for him to do it. Chisora was trying to do it. So Chisora knows how to play the game. And as much as people are like, what's Chisora doing? Chisora won't get the fight, but that's kind of what you got to do. And I know people are like, well, 1 second, it's not like that. It's ranking. Well, no, it's not though, is it? Because, again, Oleksandr Usyk can vacate the belt. He can say no. You have to kind of do what Daniel Dubois did last time. Daniel Dubois, rightly or wrongly, got in the ring, pissed Usyk off. He said, okay, we'll fight. Okay, this is what you're doing, dude. We'll fight. And I felt like there was a time where I wanted Joseph Parker to almost nudge me. And I'm telling you now, you know, we're kind of told not to give the mic. I don't know if you see, I always hold him to the mic. I would have given Joseph Parker the mic. And I would like Joseph Parker because there's a mean side to Joseph Parker. I think everyone sees the friendly side. I've seen the mean side. And I wanted Joseph Parker to say, I want my shot. You've been ducking me. All these things might not be true, but do it. Said it. The crowd would have gone a bit wild, right? Because I think a lot of the crowd want Joseph Parker to get his shot. That's not what happened. And all of a sudden, you're seeing Jake Paul in the ring doing a face-off. You're seeing all these, and I'm like, where's Joseph Parker? Where are you, Joseph?
Fabio Wardley, a rising star in boxing, offered candid advice for anyone preparing to face Oleksandr Usyk. He emphasized that traditional techniques won't cut it. Usyk's defensive mastery and footwork are simply too advanced for basic jabs or routine combinations. According to Wardley, beating Usyk requires adaptability, mental toughness, and the ability to throw unpredictable combinations, mixing right hooks, left crosses, and feints to throw him off rhythm. However, he admitted that executing such a strategy is incredibly difficult under real fight conditions. Most opponents, once inside the ring, end up chasing shadows as Usyk effortlessly dictates the pace and controls the ring.
And then you found something. How difficult is it when your tactics aren't working and they weren't working for Daniel? Look, I'm not comparing Oleksandr Usyk to Justice Huni, but you had to find something and you found it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that there is a level of belief of I will find it. I can find the way. I will find the way, and maybe some kind of stubbornness, especially from my part, probably of like I'm not rolling over. I will find the way. Like I will manage my way out of this situation. I will extend the alphabet past the letter Z until I find the right plan that works here, the right situation, the right combination, the right time. I will exhaust all options. Me personally, and it is a
no, I'm doing this to us.
stuff, and you're just going, your brain's going, this isn't working. Like I don't know what you're on about. Like it's not happening. It's not working. And then you have to get up, you have to G yourself up and get yourself going again.
Joe Rogan has often praised Alexander Usyk, calling him one of the most fascinating fighters in modern boxing. He points out that Usyk started his career much smaller than the towering heavyweights he now defeats with remarkable ease. Rather than relying on size or brute strength, Usyk uses intelligence, precision, and composure to outclass his opponents. Rogan highlights how Usyk breaks fighters down mentally and physically, using movement and strategy instead of raw force. It's this stark contrast, his relatively smaller frame versus his dominant performances, that Rogan believes makes Usyk not just effective, but truly captivating to watch in the ring.
Yes. I think he's incredible.
Incredible.
I mean, I've watched every one of his fights. That dude is on such a different level.
And he's smaller than everybody.
He's fighting giants.
He's fighting giants.
When you're fighting a guy who's 60 pounds heavier with 10-ounce, 12-ounce gloves, it makes such a world of difference.
Especially when the guy is fucking Anthony Joshua. You know?
But please understand, Usyk fought at, I think, 75 when he started out. He's not a big frame guy.
He's like 225, 230 as a heavyweight.
220.
Yeah, not big. Not big.
And that's a lot of...
By the way, that was Tyson's weight when he was in his prime, too.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for that, because a 220-pound man like Mike Tyson can knock out any human being that's ever lived.
Yeah,
the amount of power he can generate is insane.
Former heavyweight champion Shannon Briggs offered a surprising opinion, stating that Alexander Usyk would defeat a prime Evander Holyfield. Briggs explained that Usyk has evolved far beyond being just a technical fighter. His game now centers around elite conditioning and relentless pressure. While Usyk once relied heavily on footwork and angles, Briggs noted that he now overwhelms opponents with non-stop movement, sharp punches, and unmatched stamina. Even against world-class fighters, Usyk's endurance allows him to control the tempo and wear them down over time. According to Briggs, it's his rare combination of skill and conditioning that sets Usyk apart from the rest.
Prime Usyk at cruiserweight or prime Holyfield at cruiserweight?
Usyk is just different. The fighters are different now. It used to be like skill, now it's more about conditioning.
I think so.
Yes, I know so. Because you can be skillful for 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds, but if that guy got that pressure on you, you can't stop it. It's like it's just running your machine too fast. Your machine, you gonna lose, like you'll go down, and they still going up. Like Usyk, he's still going up. 12th round, he's strong as the first round. He throwing punches like it's the first round. No one else has done that. Been able to do that in the history of boxing.
How would you have fought Usyk?
I would have tried to knock him out. But you see again, me at my best. What my game plan is, I'm boxing cool and relaxed, and I'm countering the heck out of him. And I'm also
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. admitted he was surprised by the sheer dominance Alexander Usyk has displayed. Reflecting on Usyk's bout with Daniel Dubois, Jones pointed out that Dubois' approach was too basic to trouble a fighter of Usyk's caliber. He acknowledged that while big heavyweights might have a shot at beating Usyk, it would require a flawless game plan, one built on constant pressure, adaptability, and superior conditioning. Usyk excels at identifying patterns, and once he decodes them, he capitalizes without mercy. According to Jones, the path to beating Usyk exists, but it's narrow, and no one's getting there by luck or chance.
Alexander Usyk, what did you make of his display against Daniel Dubois last Saturday? It was something else, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was, but it was nothing less than I expected, because if you make a guy quit with a jab, stuff, you know this, if you make a guy quit with a jab, how is that guy ever gonna beat you? You understand me? I mean, that's just what the real facts are. Not that the kid hadn't got a little bit better. He got a little more confidence because he had a win over Joshua, which was good, but confidence is not enough to beat a guy like Usyk. You gotta have some technique. You gotta have some grit. You can't lose him with a jab and think you're gonna beat him. That's not gonna work.
Well, you was a smaller guy that went up and won the world heavyweight title, one of the only ones to do that from middleweight up to heavyweight. You know, how does someone beat Oleksandr Usyk? Is it the smaller guy? Is it the guy that's coming up in the weight divisions, you know, as opposed to the bigger heavyweights?
No, the bigger guys could beat him, just gotta have the right fight plan. None of these guys fight him with the right fight plan. And I'm not gonna tell them the right fight plan because that's not my job to do. But you gotta have the right fight plan to fight this. If you don't have the right fight plan, you're gonna destroy.
Even celebrity chef and sports enthusiast Gordon Ramsay weighed in on Alexander Usyk's dominance. Ramsay echoed a question now common in boxing circles. Who can stop this man? Usyk has dismantled the top names of his era, Joshua, Du Bois, and others, often more than once. What's more impressive is how he improves in rematches, showcasing his adaptability and growing control. Ramsay's comment captures the current sentiment around Usyk's fights. Opponents aren't stepping in to win, they're stepping in to survive. That level of superiority highlights just how far ahead Usyk is from the rest of the heavyweight division.
At Wembley Stadium, Gordon Ramsay, what a stunning win for Oleksandr Usyk tonight against our very own Daniel Dubois.
Extraordinary. I mean, there's no stopping this man. 38 years of age, and he's got the cardio of a 21-year-old. Extraordinary. Super strong on the jab, super defensive, but just even the dummies, that's what threw Daniel off. And two cracking shots there in the fifth. So, yeah, listen, great night for boxing. But the big question looming over everything is who's stopping this guy? Who is going to stop Alexander Usyk?
The last 6 fights have had 2 wins against Dubois, 2 wins against Fury, and 2 against Joshua. It's phenomenal. You're right, who is going to stop him? Could Tyson Fury come out of alleged retirement to beat him in a trilogy? Who knows?
Listen, that would be extraordinary if Tyson did that. But you've got to change your game. You've got to up it. This guy is just extraordinary. We haven't witnessed this in decades. So, you know, we're talking cruiserweight, you know, and he's dominating heavyweight. What does that say? So, thank God he's not in the cruiserweight division anymore.
Tony Bellew, who once shared the ring with Alexander Usyk, offered a brutally honest reflection on the experience. He admitted that during the first 6 rounds, he genuinely believed he was outboxing Usyk, but everything shifted in the 7th. Bellew described a sudden, overwhelming exhaustion, not caused by any single devastating shot, but by Usyk's constant movement and pressure. It wasn't brute power that broke him down, but the relentlessness. Bellew revealed that this is Usyk's hidden weapon. He doesn't chase an early knockout. He slowly wears you down, round by round, until you simply can't keep up. Joe Rogan echoed this sentiment when discussing Anthony Joshua's comments after facing Usyk. Joshua reportedly said it was the most exhausting fight of his career, not because of knockout punches, but because Usyk never stopped moving. There were no pauses, no breaks, no chance to reset or breathe. That non-stop motion taxes a fighter's legs, lungs, and concentration. It becomes a slow war of attrition, and by the time most opponents realize it, they're behind on points and running on fumes. Rogan emphasized that this is what makes Usyk so dangerous. His ability to maintain a high pace without tiring, forcing his opponents into deep water and drowning them with pure endurance and precision.
One of the things that was interesting, they were talking about the fight, and AJ was saying that when he fought him, it was the most exhausted he's ever been. Because he's always moving. There's no rest with him.
No rest.
There's
no
like
time.
constant, there's constant twitching.
Under fire the whole time.
You're constantly thinking, when is this coming? There's no silent agreements, there's no relaxation, there's no rounds off. Yeah. Everything is, he's putting it on you and moving constantly. Like I always say, he's like a giant Lomachenko.
Got it.
They were both trained by the same guy.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, Lomachenko's father trained Usyk as well.
Ah.
Yeah. He's so good. I mean, you think about what that guy has done. He beat AJ twice. He beat Tyson Fury twice. And now he beat Dubois twice. That's crazy.
No, it's incredible.
Those are 2 of the best, like, of this era. I think he's one of the best of all time.
Alexander Usyk once shared a revealing glimpse into his mindset, emphasizing that motivation is unreliable. Some days it shows up, other days it doesn't. What truly matters, he explained, is discipline. For Usyk, training isn't about feeling inspired. It's a daily obligation, a commitment he honors regardless of mood or circumstance. This unwavering consistency is what has propelled him to the top and kept him there, while others wait to feel ready. Usyk shows up and puts in the work. He insists that success isn't just about talent. It's about effort, especially on the hard days. That's how champions are made.
Listen, bro, I don't have motivation. I have discipline. Motivation, it's temporary. Today you have motivation. Tomorrow, wake up early, you don't have motivation. But when I wake up early morning training, I never have motivation. I have only discipline, because when I wake up, my team too wake up and we go to training. Oh, I don't have motivation. I today not go to training. No, bro, it's I don't know. Motivation is good, but discipline is bad.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned. Until next